Right, let's move on rapidly to someone where we're never too sure whether he's live or dead because he looks like the undead sometimes. But tonight he's looking very very lively. Oh dear.
I
Oh,
don't know
sorry,
whether to
Michael. I don't know
thank
what came in. What came over me then?
I don't know whether to thank you for that or not, Kevin, but regardless, thank you so much. Is it an honor and a pleasure to be back at open mic night? I don't know. I'm not sure anymore, but it is. I'm so glad and thankful and to be part of this great lineup. I'm going to try and experiment. Now I won't get that out of my head. I'll be laughing occasionally. Because I look like occasionally one of the undead. Oh dear. In any case, I'd love to try an experiment of the minds this show, and perhaps we can get up our resident medium at large. There we are. There's Cheryl, Michaela's here as well. How are you guys this day?
Doing all right. Okay. How are you?
I'm getting there. Yeah,
You're live.
I'm fine. Uh, and we are going to try something very difficult. Oftentimes, in experiments of the mind, such as the following, I'll be doing the prediction or the hunch, if you will. It is an experiment in precognition, but in this case, it's going to be Cheryl who will be writing on her slate a prediction. She won't show it to the audience. But first, I'd like to prep you a little bit, Cheryl, to get you in slightly altered state. For when we are in altered state, we're somewhat opened to psychic phenomena, if you will. So I'm going to ask, please, now that you sit with your back straight and your feet planted firmly on the ground or your ankles crossed, whichever feels more comfortable. Gently closing your eyes and gazing in upon your brow or third eye area. I'd like you to take a great deep breath in, releasing with a sound. Let's try that one more time. Take a great deep breath in, releasing with a sound. And with the sound of my voice, even now, you can see every single one of the trillions of cells of your body lit up from the very top of your head, down the length of your body, to the soles of your feet. Every one of these cells lit up with pure light energy, health, prosperity. And on the count of three, Cheryl, I'm going to ask you to gently reopen your eyes. 3, 2, and 1. And what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you, if you will, to write a prediction on your slate. I'm assuming you have your slate handy.
Yes.
And, let's make it a little bit tough. Let's get a third party in, so to speak, technically a fourth, but someone to say stop as I deal out cards. So perhaps we can bring in somebody from our virtual audience or studio audience, if you will, to do this, to help us with this. And it is Doug. How are you this day, Doug?
I'm great, Michael. How are you?
I'm terrific. Thank you so much for asking. Doug, we've prearranged nothing, is that correct?
That's right.
In fact, you have no idea what I'm about to do. What we're going to do, for lack of anything strange or arcane this time round, I'm going to ask you, if you will, as I deal cards face up, to say stop at any time. So, for example, and I'm assuming you can see the cards quite plainly, going to ask you to wherever it feels comfortable. You can even go to the end. I wouldn't, because our audience is hopefully waiting with bated breath. I can hear the snoring already, folks.
Stop.
So we'll just go one more because the audience might have seen the next card dealt. This is the one, theoretically, that you did say stop at. You did have a perfectly free choice. I did not consciously in any way, shape, or form influence you. Did I, Doug?
You did not.
Excellent. I'm going to ask at this point that Cheryl brings up her slate, and I'm assuming you did your prediction already. And we are going to see if we have a match, because Cheryl had no idea at what point Doug was going to say stop as well. But we are going to see if we do match. Do you have your prediction, your premonition ready, Cheryl?
I do.
Can you show everyone now at this point what it is? It's a seven of diamonds. And looky here, Doug.
What?
Yes, indeed. We do match. I want to thank you so much, Doug, and
welcome.
Cheryl as well for participating in this little experiment of the mind. I hope you all found that somewhat interesting. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow, that was excellent, Dr. Michael. Where are we? Pressing the wrong buttons. You know, this is me on a Wednesday. Totally out of it. I'm only halfway through tonight's Jack Daniels as well. Right, where are we? Okay, so I just sort of thought I'd take a letter rather than your word of the week. I thought we'd take your letter of the day and see how many times you use long words with this letter. So I thought, well, the letter P, and we came up with precognition, phenomena, prosperity, prediction, and prearrangement, among others.
Wow. So today's letter of the day is P.
The letter P. Thank you, Dr. Michael. That was great. Right, we're staying, well, we're not staying stateside. Dr. Michael isn't in the States. He's up there in Canada. So we're moving down.